Specifically, what do you agree with, Balance, that he said? Balance, specifically, what do you agree with?
So Cardi B, she actually is a part of the culture.
What do you agree with him?
Oh, let me tell you, Cardi B actually is a part of the culture. Like whether we want to admit it or not, whether we like it or not, she's a part of the culture. It is what it is. So
okay, go a little deeper. Keep going.
What did you agree with?
Aaron, where's your patience, love?
What did
JR's doing the same thing.
What did Anton say specifically that you agree with?
About Cardi B being a part of the culture. That's one. The second thing he said is that us as women need to fight for our men. I definitely agree with that 1,000%. We need to do that more often. I would not have said it like Cardi B, and I probably won't fight in the way Cardi B will. I'm not going to physically fight a woman, but in terms of doing your best in how you look, I work out, I eat healthy, I will cook for my man, I will clean for my man, I will listen to my man, I will submit to my man. That is a way that you're fighting for him. And a lot of women do not do that. That's what I'm on.
Yeah, I like
chilling
that.
over here. That's it.
What if you get in a bad argument, not bad argument, but a crazy argument, Balance, and you just like, you know what? I ain't got time for this shit. Is you gonna stay and fight? Is you gonna stay and just work it out? Or you gonna be like, I'm out. I don't like this shit. I'm gone.
Aaron, that's a funny question because it's like I don't have arguments like that. It's like we cool off and then we come back together and we talk it out. Like you work it out. Like
so the answer is yes.
Say it again.
So the answer is yes.
Yeah, we're gonna work it out. The argument's nothing.
Okay.
I like what she got going on here, guys.
She gonna get flew out. Keep saying
Thank
that.
you, Anton.
All right, I mean,
so the first part, I agree to Anton too that it has become our culture, but it's actually it's exploitation. It's the black people being exploited based on white people culture. White people culture is money, power, sex, drugs, and guns. Like we're a subculture, they're subculture. And then I kind of need more context with the Cardi B thing because is it all three of them toxic? Or is it just two people who ended up together because one person didn't value what she had?
Guys, listen up. As you get older, the best way to continue to look young, exuberant, and vibrant is to continue to take care of your skin. That's why I'm excited to have Teej Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. You heard me talk about them before, and you're going to continue to hear me talk about them because I believe in their products and the positive impact that they have on every man's life. Teej Hanley makes taking care of your skin so easy. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing that you don't. Every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Lapeef family, I must admit, skincare wasn't always something I always focused on, but since I started using this system, I've seen improvements in the way my skin looks and feels. And you don't have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 five-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from around the world. I recommend you start with the level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer, and a PM moisturizer. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teej Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off retail price, the ability to customize your box, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Teej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click that first link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box plus the free gift. Seriously, that's an amazing deal. Even though it's too early, as I often say, it's never too late. Click that link and get started today.
You know, depending on the context, because if someone can't take what's yours, you ain't got to fight for something that's already yours. So if it's a toxic relationship and she was cheating and took the man, then this says a lot about his loyalty and how he moves. She should have left the relationship. But if they were in an actual relationship and he left, you know, respectfully, the woman valued him more than the other woman did, and she wanted to fight back for something she lost because she didn't value that man. So instead of fighting for him, change your behavior, and hopefully maybe you can get him back, or maybe you get another man.
Okay.
That's one thing about that, though. We gotta also acknowledge that sometimes it's not necessarily anything that the woman is doing that's causing a man to step out or cheat too, though, right? So fighting for it could also be an endurance thing, right? You might have to endure through some shit, or, you know, try to figure out what the dynamics of that relationship is and stuff like that. So just adding additional context. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
I agree.
Anybody
so
else?
you said endurance. Can you elaborate on endurance?
So a lot of times what people don't understand is that relationships are a continuous growth between two people that may not necessarily always be on the exact same wavelength the entirety of the relationship, right? He may be growing into a thing and she might be catching up, or he may be growing past or through something, which means that he might be, you know what I'm saying, making some mistakes or whatever, and so on and so forth. But the long-term goal and the vision for the relationship, it's going to take for her to be able to endure. She might have to endure through some lonely nights. He might get a job to where he's gone for the majority of the time and he travels overwhelmingly, but she want him to be home every day. Fuck that. Go get that bag and take care of that business, right? The growth aspect of it is not just the cheating part. It just is growing through, you know, what the ebbs and the flows are and the whole roller coaster aspect of what that looks like. He may become a lot more visible or the face of a company or something like that, which she may not be used to, right? Or she may pick up weight and he might have to endure through that lull, and he might just have to figure out how to be able to communicate more effectively in order to bring her through that situation. A lot of it is growing pains, you know what I'm saying? And that it may not be what you want it to be, but the endurance, similar to what success looks like in a financial situation, is enduring through it long enough to actually get through the results. So enduring through a relationship is not necessarily suffering, but enduring through it may not be exactly what you pictured for it to be when you first got married, but what your vision for a relationship looks like at 22 is going to be different than what it looks like at 40. But don't mean that it can't be better. It's just that you got to be able to endure long enough to actually mature to the point to where you can understand that relationship is awesome.
Look at balancing. Look at balancing.
I like that.
Yeah, a lot of relationships end right when the baby comes because postpartum, because the woman changes, because the woman's, you know, going through something and the dude don't know how to deal with it, and they get into an argument, and now the baby's here, and you know, all these signals are all crossed and shit because she don't know what to do. He don't know, you know, because they just had a baby, or either the dude is just like, so you gonna get rid of it, or you want how could you, you know, all this other shit. Next thing you know, the relationship ends. So yeah, you're right. A lot of things change, and if you're not prepared for a lot of things to change, it's going to fall apart. But as adults, and it's kind of sad to say, as adults, we don't think a relationship we get into with another person is going to be wrong, negative, or something ain't going to go right. Just that shit is asinine to me. I don't know you, you don't know me, or we ain't never been around each other to that extreme. And the main reason why we're together is because we fucking and we like each other. But after the dopamine goes down from the fucking, we gotta work this shit out. And at some point, you're not gonna like me. And at some point, I'm not gonna like you. And if you just turn around and say, I don't do this shit, or if I turn around and say, I don't want to do this shit, we trash. Because like, what else are we here for? Just dopamine rushes and candy and shit? Or is it a longevity thing?
A lot of times when these women fight over, man, it just puzzles me because I think the fight should be targeted in a different way. Instead of the fight being or put knots on a bitch head or cutting a bitch, how about you fight in the weight room? Work on your body. Get on a treadmill. Take the fight to improving your value so you don't have to go and fight another person. That's what a fight should be.
Therapy.
Fight your ego. You know what I'm saying? Fight your
ignorance. I don't know, Bruizzr.
I'm telling you, a lot of the times, man,
that's
a lot of times men be telling women what the problem is, and they get lazy and they don't want to do it. But then they get all the energy whenever it's time to fight another bitch for stepping in the middle.
That's facts. That's facts.
Well, you have that energy. Compete.
Take your ass in the gym.
Go ahead, Mira.
He has a point, but then he doesn't at the same time, because it's like you have to compete, yes, but by the time you're fighting another person, whatever you were doing in the gym is already past. Now we're dealing with a whole different issue. We're dealing with the outside world, not what's going on in your house.